Virginia Long, 20-72.
On that problem.
Hello.
Good morning.
Sorry.
On that
Morning, sir. How are you doing today?
Pretty good.
I have a question, sir.
Oh, yes, what is it?
With my learning problem, I did the paperwork for an attorney, and do we have one yet for me yet, sir?
Say that again, ma'am.
Do we have an attorney for me yet?
I'm looking at your application right now.
Thank you, sir.
Now I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you, ma'am.
Okay, can I ask a quick question, sir?
Go ahead.
Because the charge, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, sir. Can I please get out today and pay because I don't have money on disability, and I'm not from Arkansas, I live in Missouri, and my cousin said I could stay with him until I can find a place to stay, because I came from Missouri to get the help I need for my mental status, and I wasn't on my meds that day, but I'm taking my meds like I'm supposed to, but my cousin said he'll help me with my meds, stay on the right track, and if possible, could I please go to my cousin's house today
Okay, ma'am.
instead of being locked away?
All right.
It's my first offense ever, but I didn't assault the guy when he was asleep. He was calling me back. He called me a whore, made me do things I shouldn't have done, sir.
I see. Ma'am, I don't even know what you're charged with. What's you charged with?
Judge, this,
I got charged of resisting arrest from the cop, but I have a PTSD moment because I didn't have my meds in me that day.
Miss Long,
But-
Miss
Yes,
Long,
sir.
Miss Long, the court's directed the question towards the prosecutor. If you let Mr. Chisholm answer that question, it'll be helpful.
Judge, it is alleged that this defendant on February the 15th of this year here in Mountain Home would have attacked someone with a knife and cut their throat.
What is her bond set at, ma'am?
$5,000.
How much?
$5,000.
You have anything to say?
No, Judge.
Ma'am, at the present time, from what little I know about it, it sounds like a fair bond. So I'm going to leave the bond where it's at.
Okay, can I make sure I get my glasses today at whenever? Okay, I've talked to Bell's ball, and he said he'll bail me out for $583.
All right.
Is that? And if I could make a phone call today to call to my Bell's bond, because I get paid on the 1st.
Ma'am, that'll
Is
be
that
up, Miss Long, that'll be up to the jail staff. You'll need to inquire of them about that.
Okay, he said it'll be okay, sir.
Okay, we'll enter a plea of not guilty here and schedule a matter for hearings and trials. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Jerry Hensley.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. 19-169.
Judge, our office represents Mr. Hensley. The court had, I think back in January, had given Mr. Hensley a $15,000 cash bond. He has a new felony, a new failure to appear. We'd asked if the court would reconsider that bond and lower its, I'm sorry, Your Honor.
In 19-169, this is his final appearance before court, or before trial rather. Is anything to be done?
Not on that, Your Honor. The state's gonna make me an offer and hopefully we can get it resolved.
There has not been an offer made.
Judge, the state's having difficulty contacting the victim.
Oh, I see. All right. I'd rather leave it where it's at.
All right.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I would please ask you if you could do something. My mom is in bad health and I need to have to take care of her. And I promise you I will never not miss another court appearance again.
Well, considering your reaction last time when I set the bond, I'm just going to leave it where it's at.
No.
You can't
Yeah.
say anything against that.
So do I get a bond, Your Honor?
Didn't I set him a bond?
You did back in January, Judge.
Bond remain where it's at.
But, no, Sam.
You can stand aside. Anjanette Yancey, 18-489.
Nothing to be done on this case, Judge. We're set for trial in March. And Miss Yancey, I'll be over to see you here in the next day or two.
Thank you. Can I go?
Yes, you may. Well, I'm sorry. Maybe said that too fast, Judge, but
What's the number on that?
Is this,
18.
is there been an offer made in the
There
case?
Yes,
has
Judge.
been,
His
yeah.
name is Makila Thomas.
This was her
Makila
final
joined us
appearance.
with her.
And
to be-
she rejected
That's why
the
he
offer.
told us to come here
Rejected
today.
the offer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Judge, so what is your name?
Bill Lupin.
Mr. Lupin is here on Michaela Thomas. Do you know the number of that? Did they join these cases for trial?
That's what they told us. We were here last week in Judge Webb, and they said, for a report, and they said that you're supposed to come today because our case had been joined with Miss Yancey.
Well, not to my knowledge.
I talked to your case coordinator.
Miranda Mickelson?
No, it's,
Michaela
Me-
Thomas.
Michaela
What's the number?
Thomas.
What's the number? It'd be close to 1730.
19-30, Your Honor.
Yeah, and I called and they said, because I had a jury trial set for yesterday, and I said I didn't know if I could come, and I called your office on Monday and said that I could. So we've come here twice for no
Yeah,
reason
it's
for
set for
little.
today. It's on today's docket.
Yeah,
Trial's March 30th.
yeah. So I guess we're joined. That's what they told us.
Well, I don't see an order to that effect. Have you seen an order to that effect? sir?
I filed a motion to
Have
join.
you seen an order?
I
to that
haven't seen
effect?
an order, Your Honor.
Well, I don't think there is an order to that effect, sir.
Well, then I guess I don't understand why we were told to be here.
I didn't tell you to be here.
I think he was ordered to be here by continuance or scheduling order on this case.
Maybe. Well, I'd suggest you come back for trial on the appointed day.
I don't want to make the court upset, Your Honor.
I'm not upset. If you're scheduled for trial on a certain day, I think you should be here.
All right.
David Albright, 20-79.
This is the paperwork that we received from him, Your Honor.
Oh, yeah, the application, yes. Sir, you have to
Yes,
fill
sir.
these things out. You just left the entire thing blank except, I assume this is your signature.
Yes, I filled out two of them. I don't know why they only have that one.
Well, did the other one look just like
I
this?
haven't received another one, Your Honor.
Okay. When did you turn in the second one?
A couple weeks ago, I was in jail.
A couple of weeks ago, you said?
Yes, sir. But either way, I have no funds to hire an attorney, so
Okay. Well, I believe you, but the Public Defender Commission and the law requires that you fill out these applications, so I'll just have you appear on March 12th at 10 o'clock for arraignment and attorney status, so fill out an application in its entirety.
yes, sir.
Okay, well,
Is
thank
there
you.
any chance of a bond reduction?
Let's not today.
All right then. Thanks, sir.
Alex Peterson, 18183.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Your Honor, Mr. Peterson was picked up on an outstanding warrant. I'm not sure how long ago. I have not had an opportunity to get to the jail to meet with him. I will do so forthwith.
Your Honor, may I say something? I've been in jail since January the 26th, and this is how I missed my last appointment, was that Samuel Pasting has not come to speak to me. When I called to ask for my trial date, they said I already missed it. I'm just in here on a failure to appear on this very case. I'm asking, is there any way I can get a bond or time served since January the 26th? I've done over 30 days.
Your Honor, this gentleman's been gone and been absconding since April 10th, 2017.
It's not absconding, it was a failure to appear.
Well, he's failed to appear, Judge, for nearly 3 years. We'd like him to sit right where he's at so we can try.
It was last year, Your Honor. If you look at the dates, it was last year, not 3 years ago.
That too was issued 12/12/18.
I've been calling the public defender's office to speak to Mr. Samuel Pasting.
So this would have been the second failure to appear, because the one I'm holding in my hand is April 10th, 2017.
On
That would-
older cases.
That would be the second time that he failed to appear. When was that? When was that, Uni? I'm sorry, I'm holding the wrong.
That was the 6th, and I was in jail on the 6th.
What day, Uni?
1 second, let me get back down to, I believe it was December 12th.
Here's what we have, Gary.
December 6th,
December 6th of what year?
18.
So he's been gone a year and, he's been gone 14 months.
That's
13
not thir-
months. 13 months, Judge. Judge, I'm staying corrected. He's only failed to appear for a year.
One time.
Well, I would ask you where you were in 2019, but I don't want you to prejudice yourself.
Your Honor, I had called the public defender office to ask him when my trial date was, and she quoted that I had already missed it. And yes, sir, I should have turned myself in, but I had a child support warrant on me, and I freaked out on it. Then when I called the public defender's office to tell her that the reason why I missed it because I hadn't spoken to Mr. Pastings, she quoted me and said, "Well, you're in jail now. You're not going to miss it."
Well, that's probably true.
Well, that is true, Your Honor. Samuel Pasting has not made any case to my interest in my case.
Well,
I haven't spoke to him. I'm here today on a failure to
I'm
appear.
not sure how he would have done it in 2019, but let's not argue about
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
it. Has he got a bond?
I don't know if one's been set, Your Honor.
Or was it, you know what the original bond?
Original bond was $10,000.
Judge, our notes from
I'll just set you another bond. Did you make a bond originally?
Judge, it looks like it was a signature bond from our notes
Hey,
back
I'll
in
just-
2018.
I'll just set a bond of $10,000.
Your Honor, is that a signature?
No, it's not a signature bond, cash or professional.
Okay.
All right.
I've scheduled him out for trial, and Your Honor, his next date's April 9th,
What's April 9th?
his plea deadline.
Okay, let me tell you right here now, you're supposed to be here on April 9th at 10 o'clock. April 9th, 10
Yes.
o'clock. Okay, so we don't have any misunderstanding about it.
And Judge, if he's still incarcerated next week when I get over here, I'll be over to see him.
That's between you and him.
Otherwise, you need to call our office, make an appointment.
I do. I've been calling your office.
That's good. See you on April 9th. Goodbye.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Let's see, did you say Troy Marlowe?
Yes, Your Honor.
20-70, 19-39.
I approach, Your
Judge,
Honor.
the 2070 case is not a plea, it's actually in 2012. And 2025. He has a revocation.
Is 2070, that's not for plea?
No,
So we're taking up 20,
It's for an arraignment, I think,
it is for
Okay.
first
arraignment.
appearance.
20-25 and 20-12 for plea.
Yes.
Okay. Are you representing him in 20-70?
The new charge for arraignment, Your Honor, on that charge, I'll enter my appearance, waive reading of the information, enter plea of not guilty.
Okay, I'll have him appear before Judge Webb on the 5th or whenever they direct.
Okay.
Mr. Marlowe, I'm looking at 2 police statements here. Have you gone over these?
Yes,
Do you understand what's in these documents?
yes,
Do you understand the charges against you and the range of penalties if you're convicted?
yes,
In 20-12, are you pleading guilty to 3 counts of, well, they're not processing, manufacturing. Are you pleading guilty to possession of drug paraphernalia and possession of methamphetamine?
yes,
And 20-25, are you pleading guilty to possession of methamphetamine, 2 counts of possession of drug paraphernalia, tampering with physical evidence, resisting arrest, possession of marijuana, a misdemeanor count of possession of drug paraphernalia, driving while intoxicated, no liability insurance, improper, no. Is that what he's pleading guilty to?
Yes, sir.
By entering your pleas, you're giving up your right to have trials in these cases, and you cannot appeal. Do you know that?
Yes, sir.
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
There's sentencing recommendations in these documents. Other than that, have you been promised anything to get you to change your plea?
No, sir.
Is anyone pressured or threatened you to get you to change your plea?
No, sir.
Are you guilty of these crimes?
Yes, sir.
What happened here?
Your Honor, these cases are literally separated by hours, all of which occurred on January the 6th of 2020 at approximately 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Law enforcement made a traffic stop, and that led to the arrest of Mr. Marlowe, who was in possession of items of controlled substances, paraphernalia. At the time that they pulled behind the vehicle, he would have, trying to get, I guess, he exited from the vehicle and attempted to grab, to conceal, I guess, the items the physical items that the law enforcement wanted to charge him with. He actively resisted the police officers. It's believed at that time that he was under the influence of intoxicating beverages or controlled substances. It was necessary to take him to the ground. Once they got him to the ground, they found a small container containing methamphetamine. He attempted to swallow those items, and it was necessary for them to apply pressure to get these items out of his mouth. That's where the tampering came from. After he was arrested, law enforcement officers, this gentleman was on probation, they went to his house and conducted with the Arkansas State Police and Arkansas Department of Community Corrections, they did a home visit on his house, and at that point they found a quantity of methamphetamine and a quantity of paraphernalia, including syringes and other items that were that are routinely used and found when people possess methamphetamine.
Is this true, Mr. Marlowe?
Yes, sir.
Your
Honor, if I may.
Yes, go ahead.
Mr. Marlowe, this case was filed on January 6th.
Yes.
We have not gotten Crime Lab back, but we've discussed those issues, what that means. I want to make sure you're comfortable going through with your plea today based on the fact Crime Lab has not came back.
Yes, sir.
So you're confident what you had was methamphetamine?
Yes, sir.
No. This time, sir, I accept your pleas and adjudge you guilty. In 20-12 for possession of drug paraphernalia, you're sentenced to 6 years in Department of Corrections. For possession of methamphetamine, 8 years in the Department of Corrections. You'll pay $200 in cost, a $2,000 fine, a DNA fee of $250, $40 booking fee, drug crime assessment of $125. In 20-25, for possession of methamphetamine, you're sentenced to 6 years in Department of Corrections. For felony possession of drug paraphernalia, you're sentenced on each count to 6 years in Department of Corrections. For tampering with physical evidence, 6 years in Department of Corrections. Resisting arrest, you're sentenced to 10 days in the county jail. For possession of marijuana, 10 days in the county jail. For misdemeanor possession of drug paraphernalia, 10 days in the county jail. For driving while intoxicated, 10 days in the county jail. No liability insurance, you're sentenced to 1 day suspended in the county jail. You'll pay $200 in cost. Are there, okay, $200 in general cost, a $2,000 fine, a DNA fee of $250, $40 booking fee, drug crime assessment of $125, a $500 fine on DWI. And DWI court costs at $300. Pay what you owe in each case at a minimum rate, in each case of $100 per month, beginning within 60 days after your release. You make your payments to the sheriff's department, so your payment's gonna be $200 a month, is what it amounts to.
Okay.
Looking at case 19-39, there's been a petition filed to revoke your suspended sentence, where the state alleges that while on probation you committed additional offenses. Are you entering a plea of true to that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor, he's changed his plea to true on that allegation.
Is that right, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you're entitled to a hearing where the state would have to prove that you violated the terms and conditions of your probation, which would be pretty easy to do since you've already entered the plea. But if you enter the plea of true, you give up your right to have that hearing and an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, we change our plea to that of true. It's our understanding the recommendations that he received 6 years in the Department of Correction with all the same fines, costs, and credit for anything he's paid.
Okay. Let me get to the document here. I'll revoke your probation in 19-39 for possession of methamphetamine. I'll sentence you to 6 years in Department of Correction. For possession of drug paraphernalia, 6 years in Department of Correction. For that's on a felony, drug paraphernalia. For misdemeanor drug paraphernalia, I'll sentence you to 6 months in the county jail. For driving left to center, 60 days in the county jail. You're again ordered to pay $200 in cost, a $2,500 fine, a DNA fee of $250, $20 booking fee. Drug crime assessment of $125. Pay what you owe at a minimum rate of $100 per month, beginning within 60 days after your release.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.